What's going on, YouTube? Zap here, and as many of you guys are aware, it's been finalized. There is going to be a free-for-all mode, a regular deathmatch mode in Gears of War Judgment, and two multiplayer videos showcasing this free-for-all mode have been put on the internet. And a lot of people are giving their thoughts, their opinions, their impressions on the footage that they saw as of yesterday. Some good, some not so good, but I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my thoughts and my opinions on what I saw yesterday. So, first things first, free-for-all mode. It's a damn good idea for me. And the reason I say this is because you got to look at it like this. Gears of War, although it hasn't always been garnered as, a simple run and gun game, it's always been a team-based game. You gotta have that option. You gotta have something that'll bring in some other players, because not everyone has a bunch of friends that they can go online with and take on team after team after team and be successful. Some people go in by themselves and they get their behinds handed to them because they run into stacked parties of like 4 and 5 other players, and it can be frustrating at times. I know it's happened to me several times, So the addition of a free-for-all mode will bring in those people who have kind of been on the fence of getting into the whole franchise because there was no deathmatch, there was no free-for-all, there was no every man for himself aspect. I know a lot of the veterans out there are feeling as though, from a competitive standpoint, you just can't take it seriously. Well, I don't really think it's meant to be taken seriously. It's just something that's going to reel in more and more people. The same way that, I guess, the sawed off and the retro lancer, yes, have reeled in a few more people since Gears 1 and 2. So on the part of Epic and People Can Fly, I agree with the decision of bringing in free for all. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it, and a lot of these skeptics, once they get their hands on it, are going to be like, wow, this is actually really, really good. I think free for all is designed to be fun. All right, not for you to be stressing over, okay? One feature of the free-for-all mode that a lot of us have noticed is that there is no more down but not out. Basically, once you go down, you would crawl or you would just sit down or lay there. If you were playing Gears 1 or 2, you would just be down, but you wouldn't be dead. In free-for-all, it appears as though once you take a certain amount of damage, your character just dies. Sort of like Call of Duty style. You take enough bullets and your character's dead. I think the reason why they put this in there is because if you were to shoot someone down in free-for-all, a lot of times your kills would just get stolen, okay? So taking out down but not out is very, very effective, I would say, for this particular game mode. Another thing that people are concerned about is the return of the sawed-off shotgun and the retro lancer. Listen, me personally, I could deal without the sawed-off and the retro lancer. If I was in charge of anything over there, I would have taken the sawed-off and the retro lancer out of the game and probably implemented 2 new weapons instead. But they chose to leave the weapons in there. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and judge. I'm not going to say the sawed-off and the retro lancer are going to be the exact same as the Gears 3 sawed-off and retro. We don't know if there's been any tweaks done to it. Maybe the recoil and the damage output on the retro lancer has been changed, and maybe the radius on the sawed-off shotgun has been altered. Maybe the reload speed has been altered on the sawed-off shotgun. We don't know yet. We don't know anything about it. But it still remains to be seen. Are these weapons going to be pickup weapons from now on, or are they going to be starting weapons? Can you even pick your loadout at the beginning? We don't know that anymore. All right. So until these details are brought to light, I'm not going to go ahead and pass too much judgment on it. No pun intended. And another thing that people seem to be concerned with is the what is it, the breach gun or something like that, which is kind of like a semi-automatic sniper rifle, almost like a javelin gun or a nail gun. I think it looks pretty sweet. I think it's a nice alternative to the sniper rifle, the long shot. You've got plenty of power weapons, and now you got this breach gun, which is, I don't really think it's going to be too much of a noob friendly gun, because in the footage, I actually saw a Dizzy get shot twice with it, and didn't go down. He got shot with it in the body twice and didn't go down, whereas a long shot, 2 shots to the body will down you. So I don't really think it's going to be too overpowered. However, I do think that there is a slight cause for concern with spamming, and Cookie Monster brought this up to me on Twitter. There could be a pretty big concern with players who feel as though a lot of the kills that people are going to acquire using this gun aren't going to be deserved. You know what I mean? Whereas it's semi-auto, and you know you can almost spam it to get a headshot. Whereas with the sniper rifle, the long shot, you have to shoot it. You got that reload in between, and then then you can try for the headshot again. So I don't know. I'm pumped up about the breach shot. I think it's going to provide for more ways to kill, which is always nice. New weapons are always welcome to me. But other than that, man, I don't really have too many negative thoughts about the footage that I saw. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. Like I said, I would much rather take the sawed-off and the retro lancer out of the game completely, but I'll wait and see if they've done any alterations and how it's going to affect the free-for-all mode. Are these weapons loadout weapons? If so, then that's going to be a really big problem. Like if you can choose your loadout, and those are loadouts that you can choose, I'm going to have an issue with that. But we'll wait and see. Let me know what you guys think. I'll leave annotations so you can watch both videos for it yourself if you haven't seen it already. And that's going to do it for me. Make sure you guys give a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow my live stream. I stream regularly. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later. Peace.